Wow. Whoever said to not picture your audience naked when you're public speaking obviously didn't give a talk at a meetup. Important. Tech meetup. Oh, you guys didn't know you were coming to a roast. Anyway, so I don't work, I'm going to start the speech. I don't work for Algolia. It's just the easiest solution that I've come across that gets amazing professional results really quickly. Having a professional polish on your products is something that only can enhance your reputation. A little about me, native of the Pacific Northwest. I was actually born in Puyallup, Washington, if anybody knows where that is. And that's how you pronounce it. And I've been a developer for 8 years now. And probably for the last 5 years, I've been specifically doing just Craft CMS. Well, not just Craft CMS, but if I'm trying to only focus on Craft. And so if a new project comes in and somebody has like another technology or tech stack that they want to use, I try really hard to convince them why Craft would be better. And then just kind of go with that. I also enjoy riding my bike, spending time with my daughter Emma, and drinking beer with friends and giving talks at meetups. This is my first one. You can reach me. You can follow the Brilliance Northwest Twitter because I'm not very active on Twitter, or you can email me at my Brilliance email. And you can kind of see the beginnings of my mustache in this picture here. So it's legit.
How's it coming?
It's there. Fully bloomed. So what is Algolia? Algolia is a hosted, managed search solution offering full text, numerical, and faceted search. It's capable of delivering real-time results from the first keystroke. And what does that mean? We're going to kind of go over a couple quick concepts here, just so everybody gets on the same page here with what we're talking about. So usually, especially since this is a craft meetup, you interact when you're normally searching for something. You interact with the Craft CMS website. You have all the overhead of Craft, so you're typing in a search query, usually hit a submit button. It goes to the database, it's looking up everything, looking through Craft's database, and then it returns the result. What we're talking about now is syncing your Craft data with an Algolia index. And then now, when we're interacting with the search, we're just interacting with Algolia. And all the images I made with DALL-E, so nothing's trademarked or anything, except by a robot. Algolia benefits. So fast search can be a really competitive advantage for your site. It's got unmatched speed. It can provide really high quality analytics for how people are using your search, and it's extremely scalable. One of the things about Algolia is when you boot up a free plan, they boot up like 3 instances for you. And so if any one goes down, you have like failover protection at all times. Like resiliency, your website will go down before Algolia is unavailable, basically. And then how much does site search speed matter? You would be surprised. 40% of users said they would navigate away from your site if your search took longer than 3 seconds. And that's just really any action on your website. Speed is paramount to a polished product. I got this from this website called Zyro Web Statistics. I don't know how they actually did their research, but I'm taking it for what it is. So how does Algolia work? There's 2 basic parts of the search engine. If you've ever used Solr or Elasticsearch, it's kind of the same concept. The first part of the system is the indexing engine. Indexing is basically taking an unordered table of data and optimizing the efficiency of the structure and queries. When something is unindexed, you're basically searching through the table linearly, and it's incredibly inefficient. And then there's the search component. Algolia's goal is basically to provide you with search at the speed of thought. And it does this incredibly well. Rather than typing out your search and waiting for results, Algolia starts providing you with information pretty much immediately. And let's kind of check it out how it works right now. So they have like 20,000 products loaded into this site. And this is like basically what you get out of the box with Algolia. If you provided the data in the backend and you just dropped in their instant search snippet, you'd get a similar UI to this. And so if I click on appliances, and if you see these little numbers on the side, like that's the facet count. So there's 4,000 instantly by clicking on appliances. I've already reduced the amount of objects we're searching against by 3/4, right? Like we started with 20,000, we're now at 4,000 objects. And I can go down, and I'm just playing with the side right now, like we haven't even, beep. So now we're in G appliances, and then if I want to go to electric range, we're now at 8 results. And that's like almost instantaneous. If you were to try to do this with, say, a WordPress website, you'd be here for a long time. And so I could type in, again, GE. And so it's not going to get me the exact results. This is going to kind of look through the most relevant sources. And so this is searching through all of the facets that each of these products have and all of the content of whatever you have loaded in for each of these records. And so you can see it's pretty powerful and it's super fast. Okay, some other capabilities. It has predictive text, keyword ranking, misspellings, and more. And while we're just talking about search here, keep in mind, like, you could use Algolia for basically anything, and we'll kind of get into that a little bit later in the talk. But it's been used to power a lot of powerful experiences, not just search. Okay, so implementing Algolia is kind of a two-step process. First, it's getting your data into Algolia. And so there's, pick your favorite language, right? There's SDKs for all of that. I'm going to give a little shameless plug since I co-founded a company. We've written a plugin for Craft, which basically syncs your data with Algolia. You can choose any entry type that you want. Almost all field types are supported, and it's except for matrix fields. And if you find a field type that isn't supported, you're welcome to make a pull request, and we'll get that in. I'm sure there's like plugins out there that have weird field situations. And so it's all available on the plugin store. But if you weren't using Craft CMS, pick your language. They have SDKs for everything, and you're responsible for writing your own kind of integration with your original data source. And then second part is you're interacting with the search engine. And so pick your favorite JS framework, vanilla JavaScript, React, Vue, whatever. So drop it in, you get something like the e-commerce demo that we just kind of witnessed. But it's all customizable. And so your mileage may vary depending on how complex your UI and UX is, on how long it's going to take to implement, but it's almost instantaneous if you want something to look like that e-commerce website. Also, you can just upload data manually into the backend of Algolia. You don't even need a backend. Like Algolia could be your backend of a really simple project if you're trying to do something really quick and easy. Pretty cool. Let's look at an example of the Algolia backend. And so this is kind of a really early example. It's very simple, just for the purposes of this talk. But there's 40,000 zip codes. This is actually a real example. So we had a client come to us, and they had a issue with their WordPress search where it was taking them like 40 seconds to filter through all these zip codes to look up these. They're called regional medical associates. It's a pharmaceutical company, and for each block of zip codes, basically they have one associate that's responsible for all of the contacts that they get in that area. And so
was that on WordPress or?
it was on WordPress, actually, on Graph CMS, sorry.
No, that's what
But it's a very simple implementation, and we can kind of look at the back end here so you can see a little bit more. Okay, so this is the Algolia admin interface for an index. And so we only have 24 records in here, and you can kind of see this would be like the response that you send to Algolia right here, like a kind of an example, not a request, sorry. And then this would be the response that you get back. And you can see how many zip codes this one record has assigned to it. I don't want to scroll through the whole thing. If you were kind of messing around with this, I just always use my zip code, so it's going to show the same thing. But 9798372, right? Like it's almost instantaneous. And so whenever I'm testing and I'm working with Algolia, I always use this interface because it's basically what you can expect from using the API too. And so let's look at the front end of this. Okay, and so this used to be kind of I don't know if you guys have heard of Biomin, but this used to be a very slow pain point for them. And within a couple of hours, we were able to solve this pretty quickly. So you could, I kind of already had the search preloaded. So this is the prostate cancer regional medical associate for Oregon, but you can also switch, and it's instantaneous to the Women's Health Regional Medical Associate. What was your zip code, Tom, in Pennsylvania? Do you remember growing up?
17551.
What?
17551.
Aaron Dushak. So if you were to have a prostate cancer issue and you were prescribed myfembree, you could look up Aaron Dushak to talk to. But anyways, so this was like the UI obviously took a little bit longer and stuff, but like getting the base search results returning very quickly was an exercise of a couple hours. And so you can see how it's pretty powerful getting something going very quickly.
And the querying is starting the minute you start to type.
Yeah, so you can
It's starting to winnow down those results
Yep.
as you type.
Yep. And so on the back end, it already knows it's already going through the layers. So if I've typed in 1, you're only getting zip codes now that are regional medical associates that have the 1 portion of the zip code. And you just let it go, it gets further whittled down. So we're good. Okay. Close it. Lightning fast. Super powerful. We've used it to build not just the zip code example, but we've used it to build like a therapist directory kind of search experience. So if you think of like Yelp, but with a really cool map portion, put some map pins, location, geolocation, stuff like that. We've used it to give clients really quick reporting with their sales data. And so we've taken orders, basically fulfilled orders, thrown it into Algolia, and then they have a really fast, easy way to navigate or find, basically anything you want really quickly within their orders. What will you build with Algolia? Boom. That's the talk.
Yay!
Okay. So we can just discuss.
I've actually worked with Algolia before, and then the part of my website, oddly enough, it was a WordPress with WooCommerce. And what I found really powerful about it was that you could rank the importance of search queries.
Yeah.
Is that still something that is
Yes.
a fundamental part of it? Yeah.
Yep. So keyword ranking, you can do like misspellings. So it, especially with like your analytics, if you see that people are commonly misspelling things and it's kind of giving them incorrect results, you can fix that really easy by adding in misspellings or giving it It's just got a tolerance lever, like, and so it does that all on its own.
Yep.
It's super cool with what you do with it.